Hey there, awesome adventurers. Get ready to have your minds blown with these 10 unbelievable facts about science. Fact 1. Your brain is a supercomputer. Your brain has about 86 billion neurons. That's more than 10 times the number of people on Earth. These neurons send messages to each other faster than a race car. In just 1 second, your brain can make millions of connections. It's like having a supercomputer in your head. Your brain uses about 20% of all the energy your body makes. That's right, your brain is always hungry for energy. It works even when you're sleeping, processing all the cool stuff you learned during the day. Scientists say if your brain were a computer, it could perform 38,000 trillion operations per second. That's faster than any computer we have today. And here's the coolest part. Your brain can store about 2.5 million gigabytes of information. Imagine how many funny cat videos that could be. Speaking of cats, did you hear about the cat who swallowed a ball of yarn? She had mittens. Fact 2. Octopuses are alien-like geniuses. Octopuses have 3 hearts and blue blood. Sounds like something from a sci-fi movie, right? These underwater wizards can change color faster than you can say camouflage. They're so smart. They can open jars and solve puzzles. Octopuses have 9 brains, 1 in their head and 1 in each of their 8 arms. Talk about multitasking. They can regrow their arms if they lose one, like an underwater superhero. Some octopuses can even predict the winners of sports matches. Scientists think octopuses might be the closest thing to aliens on Earth. They're so different from other animals, it's like they're from another planet. Why did the octopus blush? Because it saw the ocean's bottom. Fact 3. There are more trees on Earth than stars in the Milky Way. Believe it or not, there are about 3 trillion trees on Earth. That's way more than the estimated 100 to 400 billion stars in our Milky Way galaxy. If you tried to count all the trees on Earth, it would take you over 95,000 years. That's assuming you could count 1 tree per second without stopping. Trees are like the Earth's lungs, breathing in carbon dioxide and breathing out oxygen. A single mature tree can produce enough oxygen for 2 people to breathe for a year. Some trees can even communicate with each other through their roots. It's like they have their own underground internet. The oldest known tree is over 5,000 years old. That's older than the pyramids. Why don't trees ever get lost? Because they always know their route. Fact 4. Your body is mostly not you. Hold on to your hats, because this one's wild. Most of the cells in your body aren't human cells at all. In fact, about 57% of the cells in your body are bacteria. These tiny hitchhikers live mostly in your gut and on your skin. But don't worry, most of them are friendly and help keep you healthy. They help you digest food, fight off bad germs, and even influence your mood. Some scientists call this collection of microbes your second brain. You have about 39 trillion bacterial cells compared to 30 trillion human cells. That means you're more bacteria than human. These little buddies weigh about 2 to 3 pounds altogether. Why did the bacteria cross the petri dish? To get to the other slide. Fact 5. There's a planet made of diamonds. Imagine a planet where it rains diamonds instead of water. Scientists think such a planet might actually exist. It's called 55 Cancri, and it's about twice the size of Earth. This sparkly planet is made mostly of carbon, just like diamonds. The surface of this planet is so hot that it's always molten. Scientists think the high pressure inside the planet turns the carbon into diamonds. If you could visit this planet, you'd be walking on a sea of liquid diamonds. The planet is so close to its star that a year there only lasts 18 hours. That means you'd have a birthday party almost every day. Why don't astronauts go to 55 Cancri? Because they're afraid of getting a diamond in the rough. Fact 6. Bananas are slightly radioactive. Your favorite yellow fruit is hiding a surprising secret. Bananas contain a tiny amount of a radioactive material called potassium-40. Don't worry, it's not enough to hurt you. In fact, You'd need to eat about 10 million bananas at once to get sick from radiation. Bananas are so reliable in their radioactivity that scientists use them as a unit of measurement. It's called the banana equivalent dose, or BED. Eating one banana exposes you to the same amount of radiation as taking a 10-minute nap. Bananas aren't the only radioactive foods. Potatoes, nuts, and beans also contain small amounts of potassium, 40. Some people even use banana peels to polish silver because of their mineral content. Why did the banana go to the doctor? Because it wasn't peeling well. Fact 7. Honey never spoils. Honey is like the superhero of foods. It never goes bad. Archaeologists have found pots of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that are over 3,000 years old and still perfectly good to eat. The secret to honey's eternal youth is its unique chemical makeup. Honey is very low in moisture and very high in sugar. This combination makes it nearly impossible for bacteria or microorganisms to survive in it. These add a special enzyme to honey that produces hydrogen peroxide, which also helps preserve it. In ancient times, honey was used as a form of embalming fluid and to dress wounds. Some hospitals still use medical-grade honey to treat burns and wounds today. Why did the bee go to the doctor? Because it had hives. Fact 8. There's enough DNA in your body to stretch to Pluto and back. If you could unravel all the DNA in your body and stretch it out, it would reach to Pluto and back 17 times. That's about 10 billion miles of DNA in each of your cells. If you lined up all the cells in your body, they would stretch around the Earth's equator 3 times. Your DNA contains about 3 billion base pairs, which are like the letters in the genetic alphabet. If you could read your DNA out loud at a rate of 1 letter per second, it would take you over 100 years to finish. Every second, about 300 million of your cells die and are replaced with new ones. That means you get a new set of skin about every 27 days. Why did the DNA strand feel sad? Because it was feeling a little too unzipped. Fact 9. The coldest place in the universe is on Earth. You might think the coldest place in the universe is somewhere in deep space, but it's actually right here on Earth. Scientists have created the coldest temperature ever recorded in a lab. It's called a Bose-Einstein condensate, and it's about minus 459.67 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 273.15 degrees Celsius. That's just a tiny fraction above absolute zero, the lowest temperature possible. At this temperature, atoms almost stop moving completely. Strange things happen at these super cold temperatures. Light can actually slow down and sometimes even stop completely. This ultra-cold state of matter was predicted by Albert Einstein almost 100 years ago. Scientists use special lasers and magnets to create these extreme cold temperatures. Why did the atom go to the ice cream shop? Because it wanted to be as cool as a Bose-Einstein condensate. Fact 10. There are more possible chess games than atoms in the universe. Chess might seem simple with just 64 squares and 32 pieces, but it's mind-bogglingly complex. There are more possible chess games than there are atoms in the known universe. The number of possible chess games is called the Shannon number, and it's about 10 to the power of 120. That's a 1 followed by 120 zeros. To put that in perspective, there are about 10 to the power of 80 atoms in the observable universe. If every atom in the universe was a chessboard and you played a new game every second, it would still take longer than the age of the universe to play all possible games. The longest possible chess game could last 5,949 moves. The shortest possible game, called Scholar's Mate, can be over in just 4 moves. Why did the chess piece go to therapy? Because it was feeling a little bored. And there you have it, science adventurers. 10 unbelievable facts that prove science is cooler than a penguin's toenails. Remember, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep being awesome. See you in our next video.